will help you to create, like, it will help you to in creating best SWOT that will be more effective. Almost every strategy development season uses SWOT analysis, much like salt in cookery. For example, if you are cooking, if you use, let's use to start the video. Jacob, is there any problem? Something just pop up on my screen. Jacob.
No, there's no problem. Can go ahead. It's just
okay.
It's just a live
Like
stream.
I was saying, it's just much like in salt in cookery. If you use the salt very well, most especially the female team members will be more, they'll understand this more. If you use the salt properly, like the food like taste good. The same salt you use to make it taste good, if you use it like you don't use it properly, it can run everything down. No matter what you put, no matter the ingredients you use in that food or something like that. So the same thing applies to SWOT analysis. If, for example, you use it properly, you get the best result. Like, for example, you analyze your strength properly, you analyze the weakness properly, you analyze the opportunity properly, and everything, the trends, you did everything perfectly well. Definitely, there is a very, very like high percentage of success. But whenever you conduct this SWOT analysis and there is problem in one way or the other, definitely you might have a very, very serious problem, because these are things that like these are things that let's say have a very serious impact on your organization's success. That is just it. That's why I will be discussing how to like create best SWOT analysis. First of all, you consider the strength and weakness part of the SWOT analysis to be internal, like the strength and weakness of your analysis. You should consider it as your internal, as something as internal factor. So this list will be populated by looking at your resources. Then when you are focusing on this, you like focus on your resources, your products. Your products, your resources, and your internal processes. How do you operate? How do you do this? How do you do that? So you understand. So in this aspect, when taking SWOT analysis, when creating the SWOT analysis, you consider the strength and weakness of the analysis you have done or you are about to do as internal, like something that is within the organization. By looking at your resources, what do you have on ground? Like, what do you have available? What do you have that you can utilize? So your resources, your products, the services you are rendering, or the products you have that you want to offer. Like, you look at that. That should be in your list. And your internal processes, how you do things, how do you work, what are the things you do, what are the policies that is guiding the organization and rest. So these are internal things that you like consider when you need that you consider as your strength and weakness. That's what should be in the list. And so consider the wider market, etc., something like that. So the same thing applies to opportunity and threat parts of the SWOT analysis. Then this could involve your for external, you consider the wider market, like beyond the market you are. For example, wider market. Hello?
But please, can you rotate your phone so you can see your slide clearly?
You can see.
Rotate your phone.
Okay, like this?
Yeah, so you can see your slide clearly.
Okay, so if I made it like this, the slide is
vertical. Like it's vertical and it's very small.
Sorry. I'm not. I don't. You know that my hand is tired, so I need to focus on something. So you consider the wider market. What competitors are up to? Those you are competing with, like because there's I don't believe there's any business you do or any service you render that you just like, let's say you are the only person doing it. A lot of people have engaged themselves into business. Majority is based on like situation we find ourselves in. So there are a lot of people that before they don't even have the idea of engaging themselves into business or engaging themselves into this, everybody now is like trying to get himself into business, into a lot of things like he knows that yeah, this will be another source of income to him. So the first thing to do, consider while in your external analysis, which is based on opportunity and threat, is the wider market, what your competitors are up to. You know, you have to know that okay, these are my competitors, and this is what they are up to. Without you knowing your competitors and what they are up to, you'll be like kick out of the market. You'll be like kick out of business. But you have to like know, okay, these are my competitors and this is what they are up to. You can go to any extent knowing that okay, this is what they are up to. Sure you understand. And any major changes in society, you now think of okay, what are the changes that is happening in the society? Um, the world is changing day by day. What you know like a week before, it might change. It might change. Like due to technological advancement, there are a lot of changes that is happening every day. So you have to like consider. You have to like know what are the major changes in the society in which you operate. It's not something that you just be operating in a particular society without knowing that okay, we have changes in this aspect of the society, we have changes in this. You have to like, okay, what are the changes? What are the changes that like happen that is occurring in the society? Still under the external, you now consider the technology. Technology. What are the technical advancements we have present in society? And legislations. What are the new rules? What are the rules that is implemented by governments and the rest? This tends to happen, and government might decide to okay, before this is what you do, now this is what you're doing, or before you pay this certain amount of money as tax, this is what you like be paying now. So if you neglect, if you ignore all those things, these are things that might like tends to destroy all what you have been doing within a very short period of time. So when you are creating sport analysis, you will have to consider both aspects, the internal and the external. When you are considering the internal aspect of it, you checklist your strength and weakness. While you are considering the external part of it, you checklist your opportunity and strengths. How to use a SWOT analysis. The first thing to do when if you want to use a SWOT analysis is always start with strength. So I believe even though whatever you do, you first consider okay, what advantage do I have over my company? That is the first thing you do. So doing that means you now checklisting your strengths. Like first thing you always start with your strength. Brainstorm your strength as a business and ensure complete and detailed list. Like you have to. It's not something that when you are like starting with your strength, it's not something you just look at it and like briefly. No, you have to you have to focus on it very very well. Like you have to brainstorm the strength, your strength. Um, and detailed list. Place as many as possible. Place it as many as possible. Like when you are brainstorming, like don't even ignore other ideas. Whatever comes to your mind, you should put it down. Like you should keep on um, welcoming the ideas. It's not something that you just say, okay, I'm done taking my, I'm done. Let's say I'm done welcoming the ideas or something like that. Because definitely You can't just say that, okay, I have been eating for 20 years now, I will stop eating. Because I believe that with the food I have been eating for that 20 years back, I can utilize those strength, I can manage those strength moving forward. No. Because you might be needing, yeah, you have to keep on doing. The same thing applies to when you are like analyzing them, when you are starting with question. Just think of it as something that, yeah, I will continue. It's a continuous something. Just as you cannot just stop eating because you have already been eating for the past days, you take it as something that you continue doing. Like it's something that you continue doing. You continue brainstorming on your strengths. Um, as possible because you will be refining it. You have to be refining it. You have to be defining it. Like, okay, before yesterday, this is what I have. I have on my strength list. Okay, okay. This is what I will be doing today, and this is okay. If I use previous one and the one I am today, what will I achieve from that? This is what you will be doing. Like this is what you keep on doing. You keep on refining it. It's not something that you just okay. I've I'm done with this and I'm not going back to it again. No, you keep on thinking of how you keep on utilizing those strengths and so on. Make sure you have been through your entire business. Make sure that you have know everything about it. You keep on like learning. You keep on going through other people that are ahead of you. Keep on doing that so that you know everything that in regards to your business or the organization. It can also help to think of your client's journey, all the touch points, and your sales messaging during this stage. At this stage, you keep on you let's say your client's journey, like okay, where are they heading to? This is what we are offering, and this is the people we are offering to. Okay, you now think of okay, where are these people heading to? Okay, we are um, services we render is ICT based. Okay, where are these people? Where are that? What is happening presently? What is trending? Okay, it is the technology, this and that that's trending. Okay, you now know where are these your clients heading. Now, like okay, you go there ahead of them, and by you going ahead of them, you have already know okay, this is what they will be facing, this is what they will do, and you now think of using that as an opportunity to utilize how best you can like think ahead of them and you give them what they are, you give them beyond their expectations. Um, Example of areas, strength areas is brand recognition or value, supplier relationship, product feature sets, like how you set your. That's why I say you should know how you think, like more ahead of them. The skills, experience, client relationships, how you think to like let's say relate with your client. So here are some questions that might be helpful to you. Like the first thing is, what's your sales USP? What is your sales USP? When I said USP, I mean unique selling proposition, or you can say unique selling point. You can even call it unique value proposition. When we said unique selling point is the marketing strategy. Like the marketing strategy informing customers. Yeah, it's a marketing strategy informing customers about how your own brand is superior, like how your own brand, service, product is superior to its competition, its competitors. Like you are explaining you like these are things that like it's a strategy that you use to inform your clients, your customers that okay, this is what I have like that is different from my competitors. This is the kind of service I'll give you that is far, far away different from my competitors. Like you show them, it's a strategy you use to give them like the image, the value you have that differentiate you from your other competitors. Then why clients pick you over the alternative? Why is it that people tend to choose you? Why is it that people prefer your services over your company? These are things you like, these are questions that you answer. These are things you consider. Okay, what would be my USP, my unique selling proposition? Why do clients even choose me over other alternatives? When you know your USP, you tend to define it very, very well and you always be ahead. When you know the reason why they take you, choose you over your competitors, then you will like, let's say, okay, you keep on refining it and you always be ahead. And what are the background of your employees? Like the employees that works for you, like what are their backgrounds? I have employees that are okay, they have this background. Okay, how can I like develop them and they should like go ahead where they are by them improving, by them being developed, meaning that aspect they are holding, that aspect they are working on will also develop. So you now like answer, you now ask yourself, what are the background of my employees and how will I let's say how will I make changes? How will I find them to work more effectively? Then how have you responded to market changes? When they, how have you responded to market before? When you have problems, okay, when there are changes that like come over the market, how did you respond to them? So how are you planning to respond to them in the future, in or to other problems in the future? Here doesn't this doesn't mean that you only even consider the current situation. No, you forecast, like you forecast on other changes that might occur. Okay, based on this that I'm saying now, there is any probability that such things this will happen and you like think ahead of time and you get yourself prepared for that. What has been particularly successful for you and why? Like, what has it been successful to you? Like, what has it been successful to you and why? So these are things you also ask yourself and you think of how to define them. Then what are the owner profiles? Like the stakeholders, what are their profiles? These are things that will like these are every questions in regards to what strength, internal SWOT analysis when using internal SWOT analysis. Once you have diversified your strengths, this it's time to define them as I have explained. I have explained this. When you have checked all those things, you have answered all these questions, this is this time now you what you refine them, like make changes, like make improvement to whatever you have done before. This involves removing duplicates. Meaning, you now, after you have done the checklist, you now remove the duplicates. Okay, this and this, they are the same. Now think of, okay, you now know how you merge it together and make something better. You remove all the duplicates, making sure you are as specific as possible. Like, let everything be straightforward. It's not something that maybe two things are moving ahead and one would be like trying to push another before you just no. You make it in such a way that it is always specific. Okay, you have to change like a singular chain each of these things. It's not something that was okay. You have two chains that are similar to each other and they are moving in the same direction. No, make sure that okay, you make things to be more specific as possible, and ensuring that they are accurate. Make sure that everything is accurate. A good SWOT analysis will have a decent list of strengths, but it won't be so many that it becomes overwhelming. Like it will not be so many. Like a very good analysis, that's why you remove those people to make it be like more straightforward and more specific. Right? Yeah. Take a step back and evaluate each one. Take a step back and evaluate each one of them. I find that it's really a strength that gives you an age value, or it's just something that is decent, BAU positive. When I say BAU positive, I mean business as user. When I say business as user, I mean like means using the service. Like if it's an organization that uses the services or equipment in course of business activities. Then secondly, you on how to use SWOT analysis, focus on weakness. Like first we said you focus on the strength, now you focus on weakness. When you focus on weakness, now you have your strength completed. You are done with your strength. Like you have to find them and everything. The next thing is you now have your strength completed. It is time to focus on the weaknesses of the business. This is the mirror image to the strength. Like if you have been through the strength processes, you should be able to quickly identify this list. If everything in the strength list is like properly checklisted and is defined well, and you have done all the necessary things that's supposed to be done there, this should be identifying these weaknesses will be more easier to you. As with the previous entry, look at resources, the capabilities for the business and employees, the overall offerings to the market. As I mentioned earlier, these are things that, okay, when you are focusing on weakness, okay, from that aspect, from that angle, you have checked all what you have on ground. Okay, now in this aspect, you now check, okay, what are the lapses I might be having in terms of my resources, in terms of my employees, in terms of my capabilities for the business. Running weakness season often evokes people giving opinions rather than facts. This is helpful as there may be information you can tease out of opinions, but it is important to make sure you keep this word unemotional and factual. In this aspect, when you are focusing on your weaknesses, if you, for example, even though you want to even ask to tell you of your weaknesses, people tend to even say things that maybe they are not even weaknesses to you. So even in real life, even by yourself now, when you are asking for people, what are your weaknesses, people tend to say things. So from what they are saying, you can from what they are saying, you can use that to like okay, because when you are asking of your weaknesses, people tends to give you more details rather than when you are asking for your strength. Because some people that okay, he's weak now, okay, let's just tell him whatever we want. So they tend to tell you a lot of things. So with that, you now know more information and you now have more ideas on how to work on your strength. All that is all that is yeah, all the rest I'll say. Um, um, okay. Yeah, yeah. So, weakness areas, some example of generic weakness area is like single point of failure, like speed of response, delivery quality, location, product life cycle, skill set, and skill set. So those are the like weakness areas is single point of failure whenever you are failing in the same place or speed of response when you are not having responses. These are issue of responses like when you need responses has a lot of impact on the success of whatever you're doing. So response is a generic area in weakness and also your location, blah 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 and rest. So these are some questions that just like the other part of it, let's say look at a few customer complaints. What happened and why? The first thing now do is like, okay, what are your clients, what are your customers complaining about you, and why are they complaining about that? When you check list on that, you can know how to give a possible solution to that. Have you, what level of industry expertise do you have in the business? What does it cost money to run the business? What is your staff training plan? How do you train to train your staff and rest? As with the strength, once you have your list time, put some refinement into them. The weakness in way your team will fully understand, no duplicate, nothing too broad, and no options. So when these are properly, when your strengths are properly refined, checklisted, defined, and you also your weaknesses is checklisted and refined, it tends to be more stronger because when you don't when you like engage yourself both aspect the strength and weakness, you can see these weaknesses are referring back to the strength and them referring back to the strength is like increasing. Like it is like developing your strength more and more. That is why the two of them are related and connected. The third thing is review internal analysis. That is how to use this word analysis. You should review internal analysis. At this point, you have a full strength and weakness analysis, giving you a picture of your internal business. You should have a defined list of strength and weakness. Take a step back and review both lists together. Is there anything missing, or have you a complete have you have a complete picture of internal working? If you are happy, it's time to move on to the wider market. That is, if you are okay with all what um, hello Jacob.
Hello, Mubarak.
Jacob,
Hello, I can hear
I
you.
think I have exhausted my time, right? I have
Your
exhausted
time
my
is,
time, right?
yes, you have to round up.
Okay, the next thing you do is look for opportunities. When looking for opportunities, um, let's say you now check for product new market, create new feature for new trends, international expansion, new transport delivery options, market consideration. That's what these are the areas you consider when looking for opportunities. Um, these are questions that might be helpful. What are the technological trends impacting your clients? Like, what are the technical trends that have impact on your clients? Will your products work overseas? Is there another market your product will work on? Yeah, because you have to, let's say, consider because yeah, when you are running an organization, you have to think of other places that your product will work on. Someone complain, okay, okay, okay. So what do client ask for? What do your client ask for always? These are things that will help you. And how do your strength and weakness convert to opportunity? How can you convert your strength and weakness to opportunity? Refinement for opportunities can come by identifying the key ones that will be value to the business. Yeah, this this is this, and how to use it. So okay, then the last one is identify the threats. Like to identify the threats, you must consider the external market, competitors, and your SWOT, your strength, weakness, and opportunity. Threats are items that may hit you outside of your control, like something that you cannot control. So preparing for them and mitigating against them is a key. Example of the areas to consider is like competitive activity in the client base. These are things you cannot control. Internal skills changing with staff, trend
So,
changes within clients.
hello, Mr. Mubarak.
Yeah, yeah. Please, you can ask questions.
Hello, Mr. Mubarak, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please, anybody who ever ask questions.
Please, your time is ticking already.
Yeah,
Please,
that's why I said
you
that.
have gone beyond the time. Just summarize and evaluate so that you engage the
Cool.
class.
That's why I even requested for break it down. Just move to conclusion. Just conclusion. Uh, in conclusion, a SWOT analysis is a great way to guide business strategy features. It is powerful to have everyone in the room discuss the company's core strengths and weaknesses, to find opportunities and trends, and brainstorm ideas. Like um, a company can use SWOT analysis for overall business strategy. You can use SWOT analysis to know the overall strategy that you will be needing to stay in the market or avoid you being out of the market. Although a useful planning tool, SWOT analysis has limitations. That limitation is one of the several business planning techniques to consider, and it should not be used alone. Although each point listed within the categories is not patronized the same. SWOT analysis does not account for the difference in weights. Therefore, a deeper analysis is needed using another planning technique. So please, if you have any questions, you can ask. So please, if you have a question, you can ask. Hello, am I still on? Okay.
You are on.
Yeah. So if there is any question, please, anybody that have questions. No question, right? Thank God. Um, God of mercy. I'm not good at
Guys,
that.
thank God. You ask your own
Okay,
question.
ask your question, Mubarak.
Samuel. Samuel, can you hear me? Samuel.
No, I can't hear you.
Please, based on your location, what do you think would be opportunity to Bincom, opportunity, Bincom Dev Center? Who can just give like, okay, just give one opportunity that you think, yeah, this is an opportunity that if Bincom Dev Center is live, it will have a very good impact on the organization.
On what?
On the organization.
Okay, please, can you come and give me the question?
I said, based on the location you operate in,
Okay.
I mean, so what can you just mention one opportunity? Like it's just overall, it's general question. Can you just give one opportunity that you think that
Opportunity.
opportunity that you think
Okay.
maybe Bincom Dev Center is not aware of it and it will have a very serious impact on its operations and its business.
One opportunity that Bincom
Lagos
Dev Center offer.
Not offer, like opportunity that you think that it will have impact on Bincom Dev Center.
Okay, if Lagos State give us opportunity, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that will have impact in Bincom Dev Center.
Yeah.
Okay. If Lagos State government can compulsory and make it compulsory for all youth to learn tech, before finishing. Doing NYC and before finishing it.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity. If the government could make it compulsory for everyone to go to tech, because as tech is going now, the world is moving to tech, and everyone, even bricklayers, everyone needs to know tech. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if they could do that and recommend Bincom Dev Center as a place to go, to be cool, an opportunity.
Yeah. So now what Samuel is saying is, Samuel is talking about external. Samuel is talking about external like opportunity. He's talking when he said when government engaging themselves in making it compulsory, it's an external issue. This is something that Bincom Dev Center cannot control. They cannot control the government to make them do it. So Samuel, that's a very good answer. External aspect of the SWOT analysis under opportunity. That is very good. Osun State. Olua, what do you call her? Osun State, can you hear me? Osun. What's that name?
Who do you want to pronounce? Can you spell it?
Olideji, something like that now.
Okay, Oladeji.
Oladeji. Can you hear me?
Oladeji Oluwaseun.
Oladeji Oluwaseun.
Oladeji, if you don't respond to the marriage, I hope you're aware.
That was my plan.
Silence is synonymous to absence.
Where is the network?
Hello.
No, she's actually new.
Hello.
Yeah, Victor, I think Victor.
Okay, Victor, you have question?
No. I want to talk about the.
You want to talk about
the internal aspect? Someone just talk about the external aspect.
Yeah.
Okay, so the internal aspect, I feel. Can you guys hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay, so the internal aspect I feel is maybe during all these CDS that this NYC used to do, we can in a way find a way to organize how we can talk to these people like, okay, the benefits, the benefit behind being in the world of tech, the what we have in organization to offer. Like we have internship where they can, learn and grow their skills and improve and all. I feel that would be a great opportunity for income.
Yeah. I agree with you on this. So any contributions or this thing, if there is no, then we should.
If you don't know, even street beggars will need tech because there's this app called Abeg now. You can use that app to, start hustling for street beggars and you get past 2K. You understand what I'm saying? So everyone will need tech.
Yeah.
I think that's an opportunity.
100%. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
So we pray let government does that. So,
Okay, Mubarak.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mubarak, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our time is up already. And in a few minutes now, we'll be heading for stand-ups. So thank you for today's presentation. The second person was not available. It's just a pity. What he will have in his record at the end of the month.
Hello.
All right, so we can go to our respective stand-ups. Today's KD has come to an end.
Can you hear me?
Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Jacob, can you hear me?
Who is speaking?
It's God's time. I think Bayo is at soccer. Probably that's why he could not present.
So please, the KD is over. Any comment, any query, any suggestion or feedback should be dropped on the KD channel.